What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon, the crypto universe. Today is Wednesday, July 5th. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some Ethereum NFT collections with great entry prices, meaning they're absolutely cheap enough to enter into economy. These are not multi-thousands of dollars. These are pretty affordable prices, considering that these are most talked about, maybe even the most interesting NFT projects that have the most sales activity on the Ethereum ecosystem. So with that said, be sure to watch this video throughout its entirety. Stick around to the very end to hear my conclusion and statement. And you already know the drill. Like up the button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page, and most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. Now, before we even begin talking about these Ethereum NFT collections, I'm already doing an NFT giveaway. Yes, this is round 2 of our NFT giveaway, and we're airdropping to our subscribers, both current and new subscribers, 10 winners. Now, we've already given 2 winners these NFTs, and each winner received 4 Yu-Gi-Oh NFTs. So you need to participate in this by clicking in the giveaway link below in the description of this YouTube video, and then it'll take you to this Twitter page, and you just follow these directions and you will have a chance to win a Yu-Gi-Oh NFT airdrop. Alright, now that's done, let's talk about these Ethereum NFTs. Now, the first one's called A Kid Called Beast. Now, this price has actually fluctuated a lot. Now, I'm seeing that there's a new support level of around 0.3 Ethereum. There was a point when this collection was well above 2 Ethereum and has since taken a breather. Now, the reason I'm covering this collection is because obviously there's a great entry price. So if we look at the cheapest one right now, the cheapest one is around $627 US. So what are they doing? What are they trying to do with this NFT collection? Now, the word out in the streets is that they are developing toys, and they want to have toys that actually have some legitimate authenticity process through it. So once you have one of these toys, you will have a chance to also maybe use a barcode, or maybe there's something like a chip within this toy to authenticate that it's a real toy that's created by a kid called Beast. But also with the technology of this chip or barcode, however they're going to be tracking these toys to prove their authenticity, the data that they're going to use is going to allow them to decide, like, okay, how can we curate events around the world? So because they'll know who their holders are and maybe where their holders are, they can really decide, okay, we want to throw an event in Los Angeles, we want to throw an event in New York or Barcelona or Australia or even Asia. And they're going to use that data to help them decide, like, how can we provide in real life events to our holders? But again, it's also providing that proof of authenticity, because if you're trying to resell this toy on the market, then that means having that proof of authenticity on the blockchain can help you resell the value of that NFT, but also the toy itself. But keep in mind, there are a lot of different people that are trying to do this exact same thing. What I find different about A Kid Called Beast is that they're trying to create in real life events and using that data to provide that. So that's what I'm saying, that's just a little different. But keep in mind, that's probably a great way to see and do your own research if this is the right investment for you. Now, let's talk about the next project, and that's called Ether. Now, Ether right now is very speculative. Now, keep this in mind, there's only 1,000 Ethereum trading volume. There has not been any reveal as of yet. Only 1,800 of these NFTs are on the floor. This is meant for whitelist members only. We're going to talk about the amount of circulating NFTs that will be in supply later. But right now, the cheapest one of these NFTs is 0.74 Ethereum. How much is that in US dollars? That's $1,400. Now, keep in mind, once there is a reveal happening, I do expect that this price is going to go down. But let's talk about some other news within it, because again, the reason there's a lot of hype around this project is because they came out with this crazy trailer, and this trailer is basically giving them a sign of what to expect with their NFTs. But again, I see trailers all the time, and usually, like, say for instance with the Zuki Elementals, just because the trailer is created doesn't mean that the actual NFT will be amazing. But maybe this will be different. Maybe this will be more amazing. Maybe the actual trailer is just giving you a little taste of what the artwork could be like within the NFT. Maybe Ether will pretty much bring the anime aspect back while everybody was lost with Azuki Elementals. Now, let's talk about the supply, because recently they made an announcement where they're going to be reducing the supply, which was originally 10,000. It's now going to be reduced to 5,555. So the whitelist phase actually ended on July 2nd, which was just 3 days ago. So soon it's going to be available for the public to mint. Again, we don't know how much, but it could be really interesting, and we will see what will happen. So definitely keep your eye out on the floor price of this project, because if the artwork is pretty sick and it's actually pretty affordable, maybe like 0.3 or 0.4 Ethereum, then maybe it could be worth getting a little bit of exposure. But again, that's just my personal perspective. So that's the last thing about Ether. Let's talk about Mech. Now, Mech is an NFT project that only has 333 in terms of supply. The floor price is around 0.03 Ethereum. So what's the cost price for the lowest one? That's going to be $70 US. So that's the conversion rate. Now, there isn't really much transaction volume in terms of this collection. In fact, there's only 9 Ethereum. Why is this actually on my radar? Well, number one, I just like the artwork. Now, I don't know if this artwork is done with AI or is hand-drawn. It doesn't really matter. I just like the fact that it's a PFP facing to the right, and it has a lot of great, unique mech creatures or mech robots, and I think that's just something you can't miss. So let's find out more about who the artist is. Now, his name is Javier. Now, Javier is from Argentina. This is his actual website. He has a lot of different types of artworks. He has pixelated artworks and pretty much illustrated artworks as well. But nonetheless, the artwork is pretty sick in my personal opinion. And if you want to get to know Javier a little bit more, this is his actual website. It actually tells you his biography, his experience, and also his NFT collections, the other things that he's worked on in case you're looking to either buy or find them out in the secondary market. So that's just something I would keep in mind. So that's Mechas, right? A really great affordable collection. Now let's talk about the next one. That is called Kaiju Kings. Kaiju Kings right now, 0.14 Ethereum. Now the total trading volume, 33,000 Ethereum. That's a lot of money. Now we look at the cheapest one. It's around 0.14. That's around $276. Now if I go ahead and go back to the chart and we look at the overall highest all-time high price point based on what we're seeing right here, it used to be around 4.8, even possibly higher than that Ethereum. That's pretty crazy. There's a huge discount in my personal opinion. But again, is this the top? Is this the bottom? We don't actually know, but what they're trying to develop on their actual website is that they have an augment, what basically is just like kind of gamified way of bringing your Kaiju King into this trade place where you can buy traits to upgrade your PFP, but also it would also upgrade your augmented pixelated creature within this fictional world, or maybe it's a game from what I know. So you can update your actual PFP on OpenSea or on Ethereum, and also your digital avatar of your Kaiju King will also look very similar and updated with those traits as well. So that's really cool to see that. And I always like to see a community that's trying to develop something new. So that's Kaiju Kings, everything in a nutshell. We gotta wait until see if there's anything more coming out. But the last collection I want to talk about is Paw Gang. I've talked about Paw Gang quite a bit before. We actually have seen the floor price drop a lot. We used to be at around 0.3 Ethereum. Now it's 0.04 Ethereum. So it has taken a major dip. The total transaction volume in terms of activity, 2,220 Ethereum totally traded. That's a lot of money too. Look at the cheapest one, say for instance, it's going to be around $85. Now, you can actually become a huge Iron Paw mega whale by just owning 30 of these NFTs, and that's not pretty bad considering that the entry price is pretty good. Now, you can look for really high rare traits, meaning the rare one-on-one. So if you go to rare or most rare in this category, and then you go to status and type in listed, it will show you basically the one-on-one, or what they call purebred NFTs. Right now there's one for 1.95, 1.99. Not a bad entry price in my personal perspective. Now let's talk about the Twitter page, because again, this is something I want to keep in mind, is like, what are they doing to incentivize people to be a part of this community? Well, like say for instance, they have 10 champions. What are champions? They are the largest mech warriors within the whole Paw Gang. They are not purebreds. They are their own thing. They're better than purebreds. And the only way to participate in this is depending on how many NFTs you actually have. And each gamification is very different from the next one or the next one after that. So each game has their own way of doing something. Now this person won Zombie Z, which basically is like a zombie themed character. But also they have IPG community spotlights, which highlight members. So if you're a member and you want to be recognized for owning one of these NFTs, well, they will interview you and they will ask you a little bit about yourself, why you are a part of this collection, what's your favorite NFT and why. So that's really cool to see an actual community collection reach out to the community and ask, who are you? Why are you a part of this? I think that's really cool. So this is another reason why I'm a huge fan of Paw Gang, still bullish on this. And the reason I think it's undervalued is because once there's new factions coming out, because right now these are land factions, everything that's, that has feet that can walk on land, Soon there's going to be a water faction, there's going to be an air faction, and there's going to be a space or beyond faction to what we know. And when that happens, more info will come out of how many NFTs you may need to have or what you will need to do in order to participate. And what I can expect is that the floor price is actually going to pump because people are going to be accumulating. So I think this is a great opportunity to get a great exposure to this collection if you haven't already, and that is Paw Gang. Now, as a conclusion and statement around these collections, these are all great entry prices, but again, you have to do your own due diligence before investing in all of them. Do your research day to day. Just don't go aping into something or exposing yourself to one of these collections or one of each collection. You want to make sure that you are in love with the artwork, number one, you love the founder and you're really confident in the founder, and number three, you like the community. Pay attention to their Twitter space, pay attention to their Twitter pages. Is there activity in the comments? Is there activity within the community? Because you have to get something out of it as well. Is that a great reminder? I think so. So guys and girls, with that said, if you like what you've seen, like what you heard, be sure to like the button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page for all of our alpha calls and buy and sell orders in both NFTs and cryptocurrencies. Until then, see you girlies and girls next time.